श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांति. So yesterday we saw Tattam Sankshepa Sharirake in that the Sanyoga Prathakta Nyaya. According to the standpoint, according to the viewpoint, the karma is seen to give two kinds of results. So one is the punya, okay, and the other is something which is useful for this very life, in this very life. Like he gave the example of a khadiro yupo bhavati khadiram viryakamasya yupam karoti. So if you desire to have strength, vitality, you have to perform the yaga with khadira. The yaga with khadira as the yupa, as the stupa, as the pillar. Okay, that was the example he gave. There are other examples also, like dadhna juhoti dadhnendriyamasya juhyat. It says dadhna juhoti, with curd you have to perform the fire oblation. Why? Another mantra says dadhna indriya kamasya juhyat. If you want to gain more strength to your sense organs, you have to perform fire oblation with the curd. Okay, and there is another. Yes, parnamayir juhur bhavati. Yasya parnamayir juhur bhavati sapapakam shlokam na shrunoti. Okay, parnamayir juhur bhavati. You have to use the juhupatra. Juhupatra means a ladle kind of stick, you know. It's a kind of ladle which you use to pour the ghee into the fire. Okay, now parnamayi means that which has more leaves, like this fig tree. Okay, simply the fig tree. So fig tree is what is referred to as parnamayi. If you make a ladle out of fig tree branch and use it as the ladle for the fire oblation, then you will not hear papamayi shloki. Means papamayam shlokam means papagam shlokam means bad words or bad news. You will not hear bad words or bad news. That's the idea. Okay, so there are examples like this. So it is both useful to create a punya and also useful for this very life. So there are two kinds of results. That is what is established by Sanyoga Prathakva Nyaya. Taduktam Sankshepa Sharirake. In Sankshepa Shariraka text, it is said Yajnena Ityadi Vakyam Shatapata Vihitam Karma Vrandam Grahitva Sotpatyamnata Siddham Purusha Vividisha Matra Sadhye Yunakti iti. Yajnena Ityadi Vakyam Shatapata Vihitam कर्म वृंदम गृहीत्वा स्व उत्पत्ति आम्नात सिद्धम पुरुष विविदिशा मात्र साध्ये युनक्ति इति. यज्ञेन इत्यादि वाक्यम. यज्ञेन दानेन. So these statements, yajnena, these statements, what shatapatha vihitam, it which is prescribed in the shatapatha text. So karma vrindam grihita. Karma vrindam means a group, the group of karmas which are prescribed in the shatapatha shruti. So utpatti amnata siddham. So you have the utpatti vidhi in the text itself, shruti itself. Utpatti vidhi is the vidhi which prescribes, which gives the injunction of the karma. Okay, and it has a result oriented also in that. Purusha Vividisha Matra Sadhye Yunakti. Those texts, Purusha Vividisha Matra Sadhye, for the result, Sadhya means the result, for the end result of Purusha Vividisha. Purusha Vividisha means for the person to gain the desire for knowledge. Only for that it is Yunakti. It is enjoined for these people. Okay, Tasmat. Therefore, Kamyanapi Phalavisanti Abhi Akrutva Antakarana Shuddhye Kartavyani. Therefore, even the Kamya Karma should be performed without the attachment to the results, without the association to the results. Kartavyani, it should be performed. नहि अग्निहोत्रादि कर्मणां स्वतः काम्यत्व नित्यत्व रूपो विशेषो अस्ति. What is this? In the beginning itself, like Tattva Bodha, etc., the beginning text you said, only the Nitya karma should be performed, the daily routine should be performed, and the Kamya karmas, the desire propelled, the desire oriented karma should be given up. This is what we teach, right? So he says, Nahi Agnihotradi karmanam swataha Kamyatva nishiddhatva rupo visheshosti. See, Agnihotram juhuyat. There is a statement in the Veda. Agnihotram juhuyat. That's injunction. That's the vidhi. Okay. Now, is it this statement which we are seeing, Agnihotram juhuyat, is it Kami karma or Nitya karma? How do you know? There is no vishesha. There is no specific idea there which establishes that this is a Nitya karma or this is a Kami karma. Because Swarga Kamo Agnihotram Juhoti. So because of that result orientation, you say it is a Kami karma. Without the result orientation, there is no Kamyatva or Kamyanas or Nityanas. So he says, Purusha Abhipraya Bheda Kritastu Vishesha. What is the difference? If you say something is special from the other, how do you say something is special from the other? Because that is the idea of speciality which you have for that something. Only the idea of the person differentiates the object. Therefore, he says, Phalavisandityage Kutastya. If you give up the externalities, if you give up the attributes, then like here, when you give up the result of Swarga or result of purity of heart, if you give up, not purity of heart daily, the result of Swarga, if you give up, then there is no Kamya or there is no Nitya karma. There is no difference between Kamya and Nitya karma. Kutastya, where is the difference? There is no difference. That is the idea. Nitya karmanam cha pratisvika phala sadbhavam anishtam mishtam mishram cha trividham karmanah phalam ityatra rakshiti. See, regarding the Nitya karma, the existence of the results belonging to those very karmas will be explained in the later shloka, which says anishtam, ishtam, mishram cha. Good, bad, and not ugly. Good, bad. Ishtam means good, anishtam means bad, and mishram cha, mixed. So we have three kinds of trividham karmana phalam. We have three kinds of results for the karmas. This is what said in Yoga Sutra. Karma Shukla Krishna, Shukla Krishna, Ashukla Krishna. Okay, Ashukla Krishna, Yoginas Trividhar, Yoginas Ashukla Krishna, Yoginah Trividhamitra Esham, like that. So, Karmana Ashukla Krishnam. It is neither good nor bad for the yogis. For the others, it is good, bad, and mixed. That is what is said in the Yoga Karma. That is what he is saying here. For the yogis, for the realist, there is no good, bad karmas. Whether the karma is done or not done, there is no difference for them. So that is the reason. Ashukla Krishna, it was said there for the yogis. Nityanam eva vividisha sanyogena kamyanam karmanam balena saha swarupatopi parityagaha purvardhasya artha. The first portion, the meaning of the first portion is Nityanam eva vidisha sanyogena Kamyanam karmanam phalena saha swarupatopi parityaga. So the Nitya karma, you have to perform the Nitya karma, and you have to give up the Kami karmas along with the karma and its result completely. Swarupatah phalena swarupatopi. Completely you have to give up the Kami karmas. That is the first portion, the meaning of the first portion. That is the first school. The second school says, the second part says, Kamyanam Nityanam cha sanyoga prasaktuvena vividisha sanyogat tadartham swarupato anusthanayapi pratisvika phalavisandhi matra parityagaha iti uttaradasyartha. See, you have to perform the Nitya karma and Kami karma both, but here the only difference is for you have to perform the Kami karma with sanyoga pratatva nyaya, which means Vividisha Sanyogat, you have to attach yourself to the Vividisha, the desire to know, to gain the desire to know. Only that. And whatever results they are going to give, those results you should not be attached to, associated with. That is the second part, the meaning of the second part. Falabhisandhi tyaga matra parityaga. Okay. Tadeva ahur vartikrata. Vartikara also has written about this. He says, Vedanuvachanadina ऐकात्मज्ञान जन्मने तमे तम्मिति वाक्येन नित्यानां वक्ष्यते विधिः यत्वा विहित यद्वा विदिशार्थत्वं सर्वेषामपि कर्मणां तमे तम्मिति वाक्येन संयोगस्य पृथक्तः. Both the schools he is presenting in 2 shlokas. First school is वेदानुवचनादीनां ऐकात्मज्ञान जन्मने. For the Vedanuvachanena yajnana danena vasa, for that to give ekatma jnana means one non-dual knowledge. Tametam iti vakyena, tametam, through this vakya nityana vakshate, the Vedas are prescribing only nitya karmas, okay, not the kami karmas. That is the idea. Yadva, or vividisharthatvam, for gaining the vividisha, sarveshampi karma, perform all the karmas, whether it is nitya karma or kami karma, giving up nishita karma. We are not talking about nishita karma. Oh, nishita karma also I am not attached to result. No, nishita karma brings the bad result. Whether you want or you don't want, it is going to bring bad results. So tametamiti vakyena. So this tametamiti vakyena, when you do it as sanyoga pratakva, whether kami karma or nitya karma, then what it's going to bring is it is going to bring you the purity of mind. संयोगस्य पृथक्त्वतः इति. तदेवं सफल काम्य कर्म त्यागः संन्यासशब्दः. Therefore, along with its results, giving up the kamya karma entirely is what is sannyasa mean. Okay, the meaning of sannyasa. Sarveshapi karmanam falavisanti tyagah tyaga shabdartha. Giving up all the karmas, attachment to result of all the karmas is what is tyaga means. Okay, giving up the attachment to the results is what tyaga, giving up, means. Sannyasa means giving up the desire oriented karmas. Iti na घटपटशब्दयोरिव संन्यासत्यागशब्दयोः भिन्नजातीयार्थत्वम्. Therefore, like pot and cloth, they are not of different class, they are of same class, they are synonyms. Kintu antःकरणशुद्ध्यर्थं कर्मानुष्ठाने फलाभिसन्धित्याग इति एक एव अर्थः उभयोऽपि. So for the sake of purity of heart, if you are performing without the attachment to the result, then there is only one meaning for tyaga and sannyasa. Iti nirnitah. This is what is established. Eka prashno arjunasya iti. This is one answer which is established for 2 questions which were asked by Arjuna. Like we had 2 questions and we didn't answer it in order. We said through the suchi kataha nyaya, to the logic of a needle and a pan. So making a needle is very easy for the blacksmith, so he makes the needle first. So now we are going to go for the, after finishing up the needle, we are going to go for the pan. So he says aduna. Now dvitiya prashna prativachanaya sannyasa tyaga shabdarthasya traividhyam nirupitum tatra vipratipatimaha. So to establish this answer to the second question and to establish that the sannyasa is of 3 types, now he is bringing up vipratipatti. Vipratipatti means vividha pratipatti, different kind of knowledge. Meaning with respect to one subject, if you have 2 or more knowledge, it is not proper knowledge. One knowledge is the right knowledge. The rest are not right knowledges. Maybe at different levels they are right, but they are not completely right. So vipratipatti means 2 or more knowledge, which raise doubts. So that is what he is bringing in. First, tyajyam doshavat ityeke karma prahurmanishinah yajnadana tapak karma natyajyam iti chapare. Tyajyam doshavad iti eke karma prahu manishinah yajnadana tapak karma natyajyam iti chapare. Tyajyam, it should be given up. Karma tyajyam, karma should be given up. Why? Doshavat, because it is endowed with defects. Doshavat means endowed with defect. Doshavat means it is similar to defect. Both ways you can interpret. So doshavat, it is endowed with the defect. Therefore, you have to give up the karmas. That is what prahu manishina. Manishina means people who have intelligence. people who have knowledge, not knowledgeable in the sense of the realized. We are talking about the wisdom, the knowledge of the world. Okay, like Sankhya people, they say this is the idea of Sankhya. Sankhya say karma should be given up. Why? Because the Vedic karmas uses cattle, etc., which is against the Vedic rule, injunction of Nahimsyat Sarva Bhutani. You should not hurt any being. Now you are doing violence to the cow, etc., cattle, etc. So they say it should not be performed. Therefore, that is why he says na karma tyajyam doshavat, because it is defective, because it has this kind of violence, etc., defect. You have to give up completely, entirely. Yajnadana karma na tyajyamiti cha apare, and other people cha apare, the other manishina, you have to understand. The others are not idiots. First, it is, they said, the intelligent people, they say you should have to give up the karmas, and the others, meaning the idiots, they say you should not give up. No, that is not how it is. The other people, the other intelligent people also, they say that you have to perform the karmas. Yajnadana tapa karma na tyajam, you should not give up. That is what they say. Okay, sarvam karma बंध हेतुत्वात् दोषवद दुष्टम अतः कर्माधिकृतः अपि कर्म त्याज्यम एव इति एके मनीषिणः प्राहुः. सर्वं कर्म, all these karmas are going to end in what result? If you perform karmas, good or bad, doesn't really matter. Good karma, punya result, you are going to be born again. Bad karma, papa result, you are going to be born again. So whether you perform good karma or bad karma, it is going to end up in giving you another birth. So, karmadhikrita yapi, even for people who are eligible for the karmas, tyajyam eva, they should also give up all the karmas. Iti ekam manishana matam. This is what one set of people who are intelligent, who claim themselves to be intelligent, they say. Yadva doshavad dosha eva. Doshavat is not endowed with the defect. Doshavat means as though it like defect it is. Okay. यथा दोषो रागादिः त्यज्यते तद्वत् कर्म, like the defects of desire, etc., you give up. Similarly, you have to give up the karmas. Karma tyajyam anutpanna bodhi anutpanna vividishaihi karmadhikaribihi api iti eke pakshah. By whom? By people who have not gained the knowledge, by people who have not gained the desire for knowledge, and people who are eligible for the karmas. All these people should give up. Whether you are entering the Vedanta or you have not entered the Vedanta, does not really matter. You have to give up the karmas. That is what one set of people think. Atra dvitiya paksha, the second option, the second group of people, what do they say? कर्माधिकारिभिः अंतःकरणशुद्धिद्वारा विविधिश उत्पत्त्यर्थं यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यमिति चापरे मनीषिणः प्राहुः. The other intelligent set of intelligent people, they say the people who are eligible for the karmas. You have to say eligibility. I have given up. What you have given up? All the karmas. Are you eligible for the karmas? No. Then what is giving up there? So, if you want to give up, you have to be eligible for performing those karmas. So, by people who are eligible for performing those karmas, they should have to perform the karmas for the purity of heart, because through the purity of heart, it takes you towards the knowledge. Therefore, yajna, dana, tapa, etc. should not be given up. That is what the other set of people think. When there is a situation like this, when there is a contradictory knowledge regarding the karma, Bhagavan says, Nishchayam shurname tatra tyage bharata sattama tyago hi purusha vyaghra trividah samprakititah. Nishchayam shrunu me tatra tyage bharata sattama tyago hi purusha vyaghra trividah samprakititah. Here Bhagavan is doing two kinds of invocation. In the first shloka, Arjuna used 3. Now Bhagavan is showing his love for Arjuna also. Bharata Sattama Purusha Vyagra. Bharata Sattama, Sattamam Sattama. Tama means the superlative degree. Among the Bharata clan, you are the superior. Okay, that is one. And Purusha Vyagra. Purusha means human. Vyagra means lion. You are a human lion, means you are a powerful person. So that is the second thing. So he says, Nishchayam Shruname Tatra. listen to my determination, what I have determined here, what is my clarity, what is my knowledge with respect to this. Tyaga Tatra, what subject you are talking about clarity? Tyage, with respect to Tyaga, listen to me what I am going to say. Tyago hi Purusha Tyago hi Trividha Samkirtha. Tyaga is said to be of three types. I am going to explain that because he wanted to understand Prithak clearly, definitively, and detailed. So he is going to explain that in detail. Tatra त्वया पृष्ठे कर्माधिकारी कर्तृके संन्यास त्याग शब्दाभ्याम प्रतिपादिते. You asked about the karmas which the eligible people perform. Regarding that, you asked what is sannyasa and what is tyaga. And I explained it, I established it, Pratipadite, it is already established. Tyage, Falavisandhi Purva Karma Tyage, Mama, me, Mama, Vachanat, Nischem Purvachari Kritam, Shrunu, He, Bharatasana. Tyage means with respect to the karmas which are performed without attachment to the results. Regarding that, me, Mama Vachanat, through my words, whatever is determined not by me, just by me. Determined by the tradition, Purvachari, by the old Acharyas, my seniors, my Guru, by his Guru, etc. That tradition, that I am going to tell you, listen to me. Oh, greatest among the Scion of Bharata, greatest among the Bharata family, Kim Tatra? Durgyayam asti ityataha. Is it so difficult? Oh, it is difficult. Therefore, he says, Hey Purusha Vyagra, Purusha Sreshtha. Purusha Vyagra means again, you are greatest among the men. So, he, Yasmat, Tyaga Karmadhikari Kartrika, Falavisanti Purvaka, Karma Tyagaha, Trividha Triprakartam, Triprakaраha, Tamasadi Vedena Samprikita. It is difficult because this Tyaga is established in three types, like tamasa, etc. So, therefore, it is a little difficult to understand. Athava, or see, instead of tamasadi bhedena, he is giving a different interpretation to it. Vishishta bhava rupa tyagaha, visheshana abhava vad visheshya abhava vad ubhaya abhavastvacha trividha samprikita. Three types. Again, see, same three types, but Rajasa, Tamasa, Sattvika, it is easy for you to understand. But since he is a logician, die-hard logician, he cannot give up the logic. So he is using the language of logic. Beautiful. Vishishta abhava rupa tyagaha. Visheshana abhavat visheshya bhavaha. Absence of visheshana and existence of visheshya. Visheshana means adjective and visheshya means adjectified. Absence of adjective and existence of adjectified. This is one. Second is absence, existence of adjective and absence of adjectified. Third is absence of both. That is why he says ubhaya abhavacha. You understand? Understand this. Adjective, adjectified. Okay. First, there is absence of adjective, existence of adjectified. Second, existence of adjective, absence of adjectified. Both are absent. Okay. Now, I don't understand this. Okay, we'll understand that. That's he is explaining that. Falavisandhi purvaka karma tyagaha satyapi karmani falavisandhi tyagad eke. See, falavisandhi purvaka karma tyagaha satyapi. Though the falavisandhi purvaka, there is karma tyaga, giving up the attachment to the result. Still, he is performing the karmas. Karmani falavisandhi tyagad eke. Satyapi karmani. Though the karmas are performed, meaning phala and karma. Absence of phala but existence of karma. This is one. Okay. Existence of phala, attachment to the result, and absence of karma. This is second. Third is absence of attachment and absence of karma also. So he says, Satyapi phala visandhau karma tyagad dvitiya. though there is existence of desire, attachment to the results, there is absence of karma. That's the second one. Phalabhisandehe karmanascha tyaga tritiha. Both the results and the attachment to the results and the karmas both are given up. That is the third type. Tatra prathamaha sattvika adiha. Giving up the attachment to the result and performing only the karmas is called as sattvic karma. Okay. Dvitiyastu heyo vidaha. And the second is of two types. It is to be given, something to be given up. Heyaha, something to be given up. Dukkavata buddhya krito rajasa viparyasena krita tamasa. Why it should be given up? Because it is of rajasic and tamasic type. Meaning it is very sorrowful. It's very painful. The karma, performing the karmas is very painful. That kind of idea is performing the karmas with that kind of idea is rajasic. But what karmas? They are not going to produce any result. It's all useless. With this kind of idea, if you are going to perform the karma, then that is a tamasic. So they both should be given up. Etavan karma adhikari kartrika tyago Arjunasya prashna vishya. This is what is the doubt of Arjuna. What kind of karmas should a person who is eligible for karmas should do? Now, tritiyastu, the third type, which is a absence of attachment to the result and absence of karma themselves. So, karma anadhikari kartriko nairgunya rupo na Arjuna prashna vishya. The performance of karma by people who are not eligible, meaning the nirguna, the state of nirgunatva. We saw this. See, there are three states. One is the performing the karmas by idiots. That is going to produce good or bad results. The second is performance of karma by the people who have entered into Vedanta Vichara. They are referred to as nirguna. Okay, and the people beyond that, which is liberated people, they are not attached to any karmas, they are not attached to any result. Whether they perform karmas or not does not really matter. Therefore, they are beyond this. Okay, we established this with an example of milk, which is the people who are idiots, who have to perform the karmas for gaining the purity of mind and for gaining the desire for knowledge. Okay, the ignorant people who have to perform the karma for the desire for knowledge. Second is people with a desire for knowledge but perform the karmas for the sake of purity of heart to understand the truth. They are like the in-between state. And the third one is third state, which is the realized one. We saw this, right? So we are talking about the second one, nirguna. So that is not the subject matter of the question of Arjuna. Therefore, we are not talking about. So, that is also sadhana phala bhedena tvidha. Though it is not subject matter, since you wanted to know about it clearly, I am explaining that. So, that nirguna also is of two types. One is sadhana and the other is phala. State of being without any attributes is also two types. One is the process, the other is end result. तत्र सात्विकेन फलाभिसन्धि त्यागपूर्वक कर्मानुष्ठान रूपेण त्यागेन शुद्ध अंतःकरणस्य उत्पन्न विविदिशस्य आत्मज्ञान साधन शरणाख्य वेदांत विचाराय फलाभिसन्धि रहितस्य अंतःकरण शुद्धो सत्या तत्साधनस्य कर्मणः वैतुष्य जातः इव आवहनस्य परित्यागः स एकः साधनभूतो विदिशा संन्यास. So he is talking about the first kind of sannyasa, which is called as vividisha sannyasa. Vividisha sannyasa means the sannyasa performed with the sense of desire to gain the knowledge. Okay, sannyasa, that is the third type of sannyasa is what majority group is. There is a small minority group which takes sannyasa for the sake of knowledge, for gaining the knowledge. And there is a very, very small group which is the third state, which is a vidvat sannyasa. We are going to see about that. First, we will see vividisha sannyasa. The sannyasa with the desire for knowledge. What do they do? With sattvika karma, which is without the attachment to the results, they perform the karmas, through which they gain the purity of mind, through which they enter the shrana, etc. and through which they enter the inquiry, and with that karma which gives the purity of heart, and with this Vedanta vichara, they gain the result. So Vaitushya jate iva avahanasya. So they have to give that also up, which the karmas also up. Like when the mind has become purified, when they have understood what is the use of karmas. Like there is this he is giving a Vaitushya jate avahanasya is an example of Purumyamamsa. In Purumyamamsa, there is a karma which in the karma in Purodasha, preparing the Purodasha, etc., food for presenting to the deities. You have to take the grains, okay, with its husk, and pound it, remove the husk, and take only the grain portion and make powder of it, and make this food. Okay, now what will you do with the husk? Once you have pounded and you have removed the rice, what is the need for the husk? Throw it away. That is how you have to give the karma also. That is what he says, parityagaha avahanasya. Like you, after the removal of the rice, you throw away the husk. You have to throw away the karmas also once the mind has become purified. That is vividisha sannyasa. Okay, tamaso tam agre naishkarmi siddhim paramam iti vakshati. He is going to explain that in the later shloka, naishkarmi siddhim paramam, with that shloka. Okay, dvitiyastu, the second type is a janmantra krita sadhana abhyasa paripakat अस्मिन् जन्मनि आदौ एव उत्पन्न आत्मबोधस्य कृतकृत्यस्य स्वत एव फलाभिसन्देहे कर्मणश्च परित्याग फलभूतः स विद्वत् सन्यासी. See, because of the karmas which were performed in the past birth, okay, some people who even at the very young age gain this dispassion and give up the karmas. They know, they understand that they have performed enough karmas and they don't have any desire for the results completely. So they give up the karmas. Knowing the results of the karmas, they give up those karmas. And because of giving up karmas and because of the clarity, that vairagya, they have gained the knowledge. Because atyanta vairagya moksha lakshanam, they have gained the knowledge. Therefore, kritakrityasya, for that kind of people who are liberated, swataeva, naturally, it is their natural state. What is that? Phalabhisandehe karmanascha parityaga, giving up the attachment to the result and the karmas themselves. So this should be carefully understood, because some idiots, they think, oh, I might have done something in the past. I might have done great karmas in the past. So why should I perform karmas in this birth also? You will not ask this stupid question if you have performed karmas in the past. There will be no doubt regarding that. And this is not in the state of ignorance, with the state of knowledge and understanding clearly what karmas and their results are possible, the possible results, you give up them. That can be gained only with the clarity of knowledge. That is the second type, that is vidvat sannyasa. That is a sannyasa by a realist one. Clearly giving up the karmas after understanding what it is. Okay, sato yastu atmaratireva syat ityadi shlokabhyam pragyakhyata. That was explained earlier itself, yettu atmaratireva, etc. in the 14th chapter, and staprajnasya ka bhasha in that second chapter also, staprajna lakshanadibhischa bahuda prapanchita. In the second chapter also, by establishing who is staprajna is, it is clearly established in multiple ways, bahuda, multiple ways. Yasmadevam tyagasya tattvam durgneyam tvaya cha uktam tattvam veditum ichchami iti. And since you said it is very difficult to understand what tyaga means, therefore, and I want to understand it from you, therefore, ataha mama sarvajnasya vachanad vidhi ityabhiprahaya. Know it from me, who is a omniscient. Know it from me. I am going to tell you. That is what is the idea. Sambodhana dayane, with two kinds of invocation which Bhagavan said, you are greatest among your Bharata family, and you are greatest among any human being. By using these two kinds of invocation, he says, Kula nimitta utkarsha, Paurusha nimitta utkarshascha. You are You are superior in the family line also, among the family line also, and individually also. I was giving this example. They have this kind of saying where the son of a teacher is an idiot. Okay. Now, in the family of teachers, his father, they are teacher, and this fellow should be an intelligent person. No. So that is what this also is. You are individually also intelligent, and your family line also is a smart family. Therefore, he says, Yogyata Atishaya Suchana. You have the eligibility doubled. You have the capability doubled, individually and family lineage also. Koso Nishchaya. What is this clarity you are talking about? Vipratipati Koti Bhutayoho. Among the doubt which I raised. Pakshayoho Dvitiya Paksha Ityaha. The clarity is among the two options. The second option is what is my clarity. Meaning, what is that? Yajno Danam Tapak Karma Natyajam Karimeva Tat Yajno Danam Tapaschaiva Pavanani Manishinam Yajno Danam Tapah Karma Natyajam Karimeva Tat Yajnaha Danam Tapah Cha Eva Pavanani Manishinam. Yajno Dana and Tapa should, those karmas should never be given up. It should be done. Karyam Eva Natyajam Karyameva. There are vidhi there, injunctions there. He is giving a rule, order. Natyajam, don't give up. And Karyameva, definitely you have to perform. So, in this way, there is a rule in both, don't give up and perform. Okay? Yajno Danam Tapaschaiva Pavanani Manishanam. Yajna, Dana, and Tapa, etc. are purifying for human beings, for intelligent people. The intelligent people accept it to be a purifier of mind. Okay. So with Yajna, Dana, and Tapa, whatever is the karma you are eligible for, you are a Kshatriya, you are eligible for this fighting. So you have to fight this war. So that is what he is saying. Cho heto. Yajno, Danam, Tapascha. That cha is in the sense of reasoning. Okay. Yasmat, since Yajnadana tapamsi manishinam akrita phalabhisandhinam pavanani jnana pratibandhaka papa mala kshalanena jnanotpatti yogyata rupa punya guna adhanena cha shodhakani. Pavanani means pui pavane dhatu, shodhaka, it means purifier. Purifier in what way? If a person performs the karma manishina akrita phalabhisandhinam, by smart people, intelligent people who don't have attachment to the results, if they perform, then it is purifier. What does purifier mean? Pavanani means, he says, the obstacles for knowledge, which is a papa mala, the impurity of a sin, papa. By removing them, shalana means by removing them, jnana utpatti yogitam, giving the eligibility for gaining the knowledge, which gives the eligibility for gaining knowledge, punya. By associating yourself to the punya. So, by removing the papa and by attaching yourself to the punya, it makes you eligible for the knowledge. That is what is the purity. Akrita phalabhisandhinam eva yajnadana tapamsi eva shodhakani bhavanti eva. He is adding eva to everything. Remember this. Only by people who don't have attachment to the results, only by people who perform the yajnadana, etc., and only that karma is purifier. And it is definitely purifier. So, upadhi shuddhya eva upahita shuddhi atra abhipreta. By establishing the purity of embodiment, the embodied also is as well purified. Tasmat antakarana shuddhyartham antakarana shuddhyarthibihi karma adhikritaihi yajnyaha danam tapayiti yat phalabhisandhiritam karma tad natyajam kintu karyameva tat. So for people who desire to gain the purity of heart, one who is eligible for performing the karmas, those people, whichever karmas they are, yajna, dana, tapa, whatever karmas it may be, they should perform those karmas without attachment to the results. They should not give up. They should definitely perform the karmas. Atyajyatvena karyatve labdhe api adarartham puna karyatvam. See, don't give up means you have to perform, right? It's clear. If it is not black, it is white. That is what it is in the world. So he says, Natyajam, don't give up. Again, he says, Karimeva tat, you should definitely do. So by saying don't give up and you should have to definitely do, he makes it more important. He points out to the importance of performing the karmas. Okay. So yasmad karyam kartavyataya vihitam tasmat natyajyam eveti. Since it is, or you have to understand, since it is accepted to be something which needs to be performed, therefore you should not give up. That is the idea. Okay. Now, yedi. What did he say in the previous? First, we have to understand that. In the previous shloka, he said, Yajna Danam Tapaschaiva Pavanani Manishanam. Yajna, Dana, and Tapa, these three karmas are purifier. Yajna, Dana, Tapa, these karmas are purifier. Yajna, Dana, Tapa, these karmas are purifier. Okay? Now, Yadi Yajna, Dana, Tapasam, Antakarna Shodhane, Samarthyam asti. If the Yajna, Dana, Tapa, etc., these karmas have the capability to purify the mind, then Falavisandhina Gritanya Tani, Tachodakani, Bhavishyanti, Kritam, Falavisandhini Tyagena Ityata. So whether you perform it with attachment to the results or not, without attachment to this, it does not really matter, because fire has the ability to burn. So similarly, these karmas have the ability to purify you. So whether you perform it with attachment to the results or not does not really matter, because they are definitely going to purify. Therefore, why do you have to have non-attachment to the results? It's useless. Kritam phalavisandhi tyagena. So that is useless. It is redundant. What? Giving up the attachment to the result is redundant. So have the attachment to the results. For that he says ityatah. For that he is answering etanyaptu karmani sangam tyaktva phalani cha kartavyani me partha nishchitam matamuttamam. Etani api tu karmani sangam tyaktva phalani cha kartavyani iti me partha nishchitam matamuttam. This is my superior determination, clarity. What is that? This is the final verdict. This is my superior knowledge. What is that? Etanipi karmani, these karmas, yajna, dana, etc., though they will give you purity of heart, whether you have attachment or not. Tyaktva sangam phalanicha. If you give up the attachment for the results also and perform those karmas, kartavyani iti buddhya, with the sense that it should be done, with the sense of duty, if you perform, that is the superiorest of all the karmas. Tu shabdah shanka nirakarana. Tu, the word etanyapi tu. Tu is to negate the doubt. How? Yadyapi kamyani shuddhim apadeti. Though the karmas which perform with the attachment to the result will give you purity of heart. What? Yes, it will give you purity of heart. Then why should I give the karma? Wait. Dharma swabhavya tathapi. Because it is its nature to give you purity of heart. Tathapi. Still, now, that is the answer. Sa tat phalabhoga upayoginyeva na jnana prapti upayogini. So it will be useful. That purity of heart is only useful for experience of the result, not for the knowledge sake. Do you understand? No. Wait, let me explain. Taduktam Vartikratva. This is what is explained by the Vartikakara. What did he say? Kamye pishuddhirasteva bhogasadyarthameva sa vidvarahadirodehena nahindram nashaindram bhujyate phalam. So even the kamya karmas will give you results definitely, because those karmas, that is the nature of those karmas, and the result of that karmas, what are they useful for? For the experience of the results, only that. Why should I have the purity of heart? For purity of heart means, purification means, you have to understand, purification means attachment to the punya and removal of papa. Meaning, attaching yourself to punya and removal of papa means it will help you to experience the result of that punya without any obstacle. What obstacle? If you have the eligibility to gain the result, then what obstacle? Vidvarahadidehena na haindram bhujyate. Phalam. The Indra's experience, whatever is the experience of Indra, that experience cannot be had with the body of a dog or a pig. You have to have a body of embodiment of Indra to experience the objects which Indra can experience, not with any other mean lean body. Okay, so that is the idea here. So though you will have the punya, but that does not turn to become as a result of to give the result of knowledge. It is only going to give you unobstacled experience of the result of karma. Okay, ज्ञानोत्पत्ति योगिनीं तु शुद्धिम आदधति यानि यज्ञादीनि कर्माणि एतानि फलाभिसन्धि पूर्वकत्वेन बन्धहेतुभूतान्यपि मुक्षुभिः संगम अहम एवं करोमि इति कर्तृ अभिनिवेशम फलानि च अभिसन्धीयमानानि त्यक्त्वा अंतःकरण शुद्धे कर्तव्यानि इति मे मम निश्चितम्. So but then what is that which is useful for gaining the knowledge? What kind of karmas? That we are saying, that shuddhi, that purity of heart, which is capable of producing the knowledge and gaining, experiencing knowledge, that is a perform the yajna, etc. karma, as with the sense of duty, without any attachment to the results. What kind of sense of duty? By the mukshu, by people who desire knowledge, they should have to do that. This is the karma which I have to do. Not with the sense of ego that I am eligible for this karma and I am going to do this karma. No, not with that idea, that ego. It is my duty to perform the karma. With this sense of duty and falani, I am going to enjoy the results of this karma. Not with that kind of sense. If you perform the karmas, then it becomes a means for purity of heart, which in turns become the means for gaining the knowledge. Iti me anashchitam. This is what is my clarity. This is what is my determination. Ata eva, hey Partha, this is why, O Partha, understand this. Karma adhikritahi karmani tyajyani na tyajyani vaiti dvayor matayoho. So among the two schools, among the two states, two positions of should I give up the karmas or should I not give up the karmas? A person who is eligible for performing the karmas, that kind of me, should I give it up or not give it up? In these two positions, na tyajyani iti mama nishitam. Matam uttamam sreshtam. My clarity is not to give. This is the superior idea. This is the best way to live life. Yed uttam nishchitam nischayam shrunu me tatra iti soyam nischaya upasamhara. You asked me, what is the clarity? This is the clarity. What is your determined knowledge? This is my determined knowledge. That is said. Bhagavad Pujya Padanam Aviprayo Aim Iritaha Anishnataya Bhashye Durapo Vanda Buddhihi. So this is the sense of idea which Bhagavan Bhashyakara has established in the Bhashya. And if it is said in the Bhashya, why will you rewrite it? You should have said, read in the Bhashya. I would have gone and read in the Bhashya. Right? So he says, Anishnataya Bhashye Mandabuddhihi Durapaha. Because the Mandabuddhi, the dullards, are not capable enough to understand things, therefore they will not understand it. That is why I have explained this in simple terms. That is why he says, I am Iritaha Bhagavan Pujya Padanam Abhipraya. I have said that same idea of Bhagavan Bhashyakara in simple terms because the idiots cannot understand it there. So, in simple terms, I explained. Okay, we'll see this. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.